Hi, my name's Sam Anthony, founder and CEO of yourNEWS. As I'm sure you're aware by now, the print newspaper industry has a limited lifespan. Unfortunately for them, there's no way they survive with their websites. The problem with their websites is there's no scale to any of them, and when their print goes away, so does their websites. We all know the future of news is online, but it has to be something with scale. Think about Facebook. It wouldn't work if it was for one city. What yourNEWS has is scale. yourNEWS is an online daily, operating a local edition in every zip code in the United States. Like Fox, CBS, and ABC, we operate as a national network with local affiliates. All of our affiliates are broadcast stations with local news departments. We provide the national news. The affiliates provide the local content and promote it from their stations. Now, the way the news business works on a local level, this news is generated in the form of press releases by people like the mayor's office, schools, nonprofits, PR firms. And what happens is everybody sends their information to the media in the market they're in. It's fragmented. Well, where does 99% of that content go? In the garbage, right? And the primary reason is cost and time. Newspapers have a limited amount of space. Radio and TV have a limited amount of time. In our business, there's a social element to the site where people can go there and set up accounts and post content. The content comes under review, and then it gets distributed based on geographical relevance. Just like any social site, it's the content that drives the readership. The answer to turning your content into money is to localize it. And what our technology does is it gives you the ability to localize your content. So if you take a market that has, let's just say, 200,000 people in the population. The rule of thumb is 5% businesses to population, which means there's going to be roughly 10,000 businesses that spend money in that market. Your broadcast station doesn't call on more than 300 to 500. Well, you're talking about 9,500 businesses that don't do business with you. Who do they do business with? The print products, Valpak, weekly newspaper, print, because they can localize the ads better. Well, here's the cool part. With our product, when you push your audience to yourNEWS, our system acts as a filter. So now I know who lives 100 miles away from somebody else, and I know what they read: sports, business, politics, entertainment. So in essence, here's what happens. Instead of having 300 or 400 businesses you can talk to about advertising, it opens you up to a pool of 10,000 of them. The next question would be, well, why would a broadcaster want to do this? I've heard it so many times. Well, we already have a website. Okay, so what makes yours different? Well, the problem with your website is most of you don't make any money with them. And the reason is you have a signal. And depending on the strength of that signal, your signal can go out 30 or 40 or 50 miles in each direction. Well, when you tell people to go to your website, it's an extension of your signal. So it's the same people. Broadcasters are in the advertising business. And they get a very small piece of the ad pie because most businesses are moms and pops and they do business in a 2 or 3 mile radius. With our product, it localizes their content, so it gives them the ability to attract new customers. And what customers do they get? Print newspaper customers. For the broadcasters, if you've got a local news department with local content, this is a plug and play. And it'll be the biggest slam dunk you ever did. So what's the value to the person who replaces the daily paper in every market? It's priceless. This could be bigger than your broadcast stations, depending on the market you're in. Here's the best part. You don't need a radio station to do this. There's a woman I'm talking to in Alabama, and she used to be a former newspaper reporter, and guess what? The print newspaper went out of business. So now she's interested in becoming an affiliate. She has a website. She goes, Sam, I produce all the content. I have 23,000 followers on my Facebook page, but I can't make a nickel on it. Well, she's interested in becoming one of our affiliates. So if I plug her in, she immediately pushes those Facebook articles out to her 23,000 people, and bam, she's got a massive audience. We have spent a long time and a lot of money trying to figure this model out, right? And we just received our first round of funding from investment banks out of New York. The game plan now is to build our affiliate network. Once we build the affiliate network, we're doing a second round of funding. That funding is going to be a much larger number. But here's the game plan with that. We're going to start acquiring verticals. A vertical would be horse racing, boxing, soccer, golf. It could be home and garden, food and wine. None of these people make any money with their websites. What we bring them is scale. So what we can do is take somebody that owns a horse racing website, for example, and it's a very niche product, has a limited amount of revenue. But under our umbrella, we now localize their content. The key to this whole thing is in your market, you're going to have readers that may have an interest in horse racing. And if you're not providing them good content, they got to go somewhere else to get it. Well, we're now going to provide that. The big one is going to be politics. The plan would be to acquire one of these alternative news organizations. What our interest would be is to become a player in the national space. And I want a reporter in the White House covering those stories. So when somebody's sitting in the White House at a press conference, I want somebody to stand up and say, I'm so-and-so from yourNEWS. That's when we're big. That's what's taking place right now. So what you're going to be part of is something massive. This is a paradigm, and you have the opportunity to be a part of something huge. We all know the future of news is going to be online. I can assure you it's going to be yourNEWS or a model identical to this. We are the only player. I can only have one affiliate in any market. My advice to you would be to take that market and grab it before somebody else does. If you have any vision on this whatsoever, what's going to end up happening is we're building this model out so people can buy their own ads. So we're going to have a turnkey solution for them by the end of the year. When was the last time you got a call from Google asking them to buy an ad? You don't. Facebook, you don't. If you want an ad on Google, you go there and buy it yourself. By the time we get this network built across the United States, I can assure you, people are going to be logging in and buying their own ads, regardless of whether you sold it to them or not. And by the way, that's the best kind of business to have. One where your customers come and spend money with you without you even calling them. yourNEWS is not just a little toy for your market where you could make a couple dollars. Depending on the market size you're in, this could generate millions. In some cases, more than your broadcast stations, depending on the market you have. We plan on turning this into a major media powerhouse, and you're going to reap the benefits in your market. So I'm asking you to come join us.